Session 32. Words are the symbols of emotions, as well as ideas. You can show your feeling by the tone you use. You're silly can be an insult, an accusation, or an endearment, depending on how you say it, or by the words you choose. You can label a quality either childish or childlike, depending on whether you admire it or condemn it. It's the same quality, no matter what you call it. In Chapter 11, we discussed 10 basic words that you might use to show your disapproval. In this chapter, we discuss 10 adjectives that indicate wholehearted approval. Consider the interesting types of people described in the following paragraphs, then note how accurately the adjective applies to each type. Ideas. 1. Put the kettle on. Polly. They are friendly, happy, extroverted, and gregarious, the sort of people who will invite you out for a drink, who like to transact business around the lunch table, who put the coffee to perking as soon as company drops in. They're sociable, genial, cordial, affable, and they like parties and all the eating and drinking that goes with them. The adjective is convivial. 2. You can't tire them. Arnold Bennett once pointed out that we all have the same amount of time, 24 hours a day. Strictly speaking, that's as inconclusive an observation as Bennett ever made. It's not time that counts, but energy, and of that wonderful quality we all have very different amounts, from the persons who wake up tired, no matter how much sleep they've had, to lucky, well-adjusted mortals who hardly ever need to sleep. Energy comes from a healthy body, of course. It also comes from a psychological balance, a lack of conflicts and insecurities. Some people apparently have boundless, illimitable energy. They're on the go from morning to night, and often far into the night, working hard, playing hard, never tiring, never pooped or bushed, and getting twice as much done as any 3 other human beings. The adjective is indefatigable. 3. No tricks, no secrets. They are pleasingly frank, utterly lacking in pretense or artificiality, in fact quite unable to hide their feelings or thoughts, and so honest and aboveboard that they can scarcely conceive of trickery, chicanery, or dissimulation in anyone. There is, then, about them the simple naturalness and unsophistication of a child. The adjective is ingenuous. 4. Sharp as a razor. They have minds like steel traps. Their insight into problems that would confuse or mystify people of less keenness or discernment is just short of amazing. The adjective is perspicacious. 5. No placating necessary. They are most generous about forgiving a slight, an insult, an injury. Never do they harbor resentment, store up petty grudges, or waste energy or thought on means of revenge or retaliation. How could they? They're much too big-hearted. The adjective is magnanimous. 6. One-person orchestras. The range of their aptitudes is truly formidable. If they are writers, they have professional facility in poetry, fiction, biography, criticism, essays. You just mention it and they've done it, and very competently. If they are musicians, they can play the oboe, the bassoon, the French horn, the bass viol, the piano, the celesta, the xylophone, even the clavichord if you can dig one up. If they are artists, they use oils, watercolors, gouache, charcoal, pen, and ink. They can do anything. Or maybe the range of their abilities cuts across all fields, as in the case of Michelangelo, who was an expert sculptor, painter, poet, architect, and inventor. In case you're thinking jack of all trades, you're wrong. They're masters of all trades. The adjective is versatile. 7. No grumbling. They bear their troubles bravely, never ask for sympathy, never yield to sorrow, never wince at pain. It sounds almost superhuman, but it's true. The adjective is stoical. 8. No fear. There is not, as the hackneyed phrase has it, a cowardly bone in their bodies. They are strangers to fear. They're audacious, dauntless, contemptuous of danger and hardship. The adjective is intrepid. 9. No dullness. They are witty, clever, delightful, and naturally, also, they are brilliant and entertaining conversationalists. The adjective is scintillating. 10. City slickers. They are cultivated, poised, tactful, socially so experienced, sophisticated, and courteous that they're at home in any group, at ease under all circumstances of social intercourse. You cannot help admiring, perhaps envying their smoothness and self-assurance, their tact and congeniality. The adjective is urbane.